been here before, and if you are brand new, then thank you so much for joining us. We hope that you would like to stick around and join us in all of our adventures. You can do that by hitting the little subscribe button just underneath John.
Absolutely, and the bell. We always forget about the bell.
Yeah, just turn on the bell and you'll be notified every single time we post.
And that'd be good.
Yeah. So today is another Disney World restaurant review.
Yes.
So if you haven't been watching our vlogs, then you should. I'll leave a link just up there. But you will know that we went to Raglan Road.
We did this day, yeah.
Yeah. You should already know our categories by now. If you don't, you're gonna learn them.
Well, we don't. We always write them down, so maybe you can expect them too.
But our first category is location.
Yes.
So Raglan Road is in Disney Springs.
Yep.
It's opposite to Morimoto Asia.
Absolutely.
It's a fairly, one of the older restaurants that Disney Springs has got at the moment.
I suppose it was original before they'd done a new bit of the Springs?
It was, because it was there when we went last time.
So yeah, I suppose it is one of the oldest, yeah.
Yeah, so you just pop over the bridge from, you come in, go right, pop over the bridge, and there it is.
Yeah, well, just find Morimoto Asia, and that's massive, you can't miss that. You'll find Raglan Road.
Yeah, so I'm going to jump straight into the score I gave location.
Yeah, there's not too much to say about it, so crack on.
I gave it a 4.5. I
gave it a 5 because I don't think you can be a negative. Everything in spring is quite accessible, so yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so our next category is atmosphere.
Yeah, okay.
So Raglan Road is lively, it's rowdy.
Yes, it's busy, it's always a lot of people about, a lot of people milling about all the time. What is really nice sometimes, I mean, I've been to Dublin and the pubs and clubs and that are exactly that. So they go for that atmosphere and it's spot on the money, really. It's got a really casual feel about it.
Very
friendly.
Yeah, it's really friendly. There's lots of seating. Yeah, it was.
I mean,
the atmosphere's not bad.
It is. You know, you were saying it's noisy. It's music. It
is really noisy.
Yeah. I mean, and like I say, depends on your point of view on that. Is if that's a good thing or a bad thing. We'll probably get in it in a bit. I quite liked it. It reminded me of when I was on holiday in Dublin. So that's exactly what they're going for. So I was pretty happy with that atmosphere.
I gave it a 4.
I can't remember what I gave. I gave it a 4.5. So yeah, no, really good.
Pretty similar.
Yeah.
So far. Food quality.
Yes. Can you go for it because you got more to say?
I just didn't like it. I ordered the fish and chips thinking that it was a safe bet because we've eaten. The Raglan Road has got like, I don't know what it's called, but on the side of it is a quick service fish and chips.
It's like a takeaway bit,
Like a takeaway.
Yeah.
And on our 2015 trip, we ate there like 3 times because we loved it.
Yeah.
So I thought fish and chips was a pretty safe bet. I fancied fish and chips going in.
I think we do. I think this particular day we've been to Topgolf and I think we've seen someone in Topgolf had fish and chips. So I think that was already in your head that you wanted it.
It's pretty unusual for me to want fish and chips.
Yeah.
So when I did really want it, obviously I have to order it. I just really did not like it. And it's not that I didn't like it because it was fish and chips. The quality, it was oily, soggy, the chips weren't great.
Well, that's a shame because it wasn't too, you can't really get fish and chips wrong, really.
Well, they did.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's surprising they got that wrong because it's a sort of thing that shouldn't get wrong.
Yeah. I was just pretty disappointed with it.
Yeah, I mean, it was probably one of your worst meals of this whole holiday.
It was.
However, mine wasn't that bad. I had beef and like a roast dinner basically. I had a beef and mashed potato with veg, and it wasn't the best meal I've had in the whole Disney. We've been spoiled. We've been to some amazing places. However, it was nice enough. It was okay. So I can't say mine was horrible when it wasn't.
I'm pretty sure if the menu there is quite big. They've got quite an extensive menu. A lot of it is, I suppose, because Ireland is so close to England. A lot of it is food that we're used to. So none of it was really exciting to us, but it would be if you're.
Absolutely, they had the Irish stew and stuff. What we didn't fancy because it was quite warm.
Well, it was different to what I think it was like a white sauce. And that sounded crazy to us. I think if I'd have had a burger, I'd have been fine. But also, you don't really want to use a table service on a burger.
Well, I mean, I think you fancied what you fancied that particular day and you wanted the fish and chips and
it
was, like you said, you wasn't happy with it. However, that was just that one particular dish because I was very happy with that my beef was cooked really nice.
I did have a specialty cocktail because that is now included on the dining plan.
Yes.
I don't think I'd have spent out for it, but we decided for some reason this evening was cocktail evening. And I had the blueberry mint lemonade. Not normally a combination I would go for. I normally like a really thick, fruity, heavy kind of cocktail, but I really enjoyed it. I think we'll put the picture in just now, but I think you can tell I enjoyed it. I really liked that.
So I think your drink made up for dinner.
Well, it didn't, but
yeah, I had
good.
a Guinness because obviously you have to
when in Ireland.
Yeah, you're in the Irish pub, you've got to have a Guinness. Like I said before, I have been to Dublin and Guinness doesn't normally travel very well. That's why it tastes better in Dublin, they say. And
well, of course they're going to say that.
Yeah, and it's because they let it settle. There's no rush in Dublin. You pour a pint halfway and let it sit for a couple of minutes. And I was really impressed and surprised that they had done exactly that in Florida, in Raglan Road. And it did taste near enough spot on to what was in Dublin. So yeah, you probably can see from my picture that I was impressed how well that Guinness did taste.
Yeah, so I don't think it's any surprise that my food quality score is going to be low. I think this is the lowest food quality score I've given this entire series.
Yeah, I think you probably like that.
Yeah, and I gave it a 2.5.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's right for you. You didn't like it.
I do just want to say as well, I'm not massively a fussy eater. It's not that it was, you know, it's not that I'm like, oh no, I don't like that, I don't like that. I pretty much eat whatever's put in front of me.
I think it was very greasy. The fish was very greasy.
It was dripping in it.
Yeah, and the chips wasn't maybe as crispy as enough that you would have liked. Like I said, but however, worlds apart, mine wasn't like that, and I did like mine. Nice enough. It wasn't, like I said, the best I've ever had, but it wasn't certainly the worst I've ever had. So I went 4 out of 5. So yeah, I think fair score really.
Yeah. Okay, on to customer service. So we had a little wait before we went in.
Yeah.
It wasn't too long.
It was very, very, very busy.
Yeah.
A lot of people about. A lot of people outside waiting with us. There wasn't any sort of waiting area seats, so he said just go and...
Yeah, they said, oh, here's a puck, go in the shop.
Yeah, go and walk around, go in the shop, and just mill about really.
Yeah.
It wasn't too long, like you say, but we just sort of felt a bit out there because there wasn't anywhere to wait. Once you walked down the shop, then you just sort of stood there.
It's not a very big shop either, and I think it might have been raining outside. Actually.
Yeah, I think it was. She done a really good job when we found our table and she told us about all the furniture come from Dublin, or there's a painting that they got a painter artist from Dublin to come over and paint for them.
Yeah, so on the, I don't know how to describe the room, but one of the rooms has got a big painting and the painter famously doesn't paint smiley faces.
Yeah.
So because they got him over to do the painting, and because they were doing it in Disney, there's a few secret smiles.
Yeah.
I don't think they're full beams, but they're like a
But she put it out. It was really nice.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Really nice and interesting. And like I said, she made a point of saying everyone in this restaurant is from Dublin, it's from Ireland. And what was really nice, it certainly felt once you're in there like you was in the Irish pub.
Yeah, she did a great job of spending time with us discussing the menu.
Yep.
You know, it felt really comfortable. It felt like she had all of the time in the world just to chat with us, which is really nice.
So it was really good. It just wasn't the best, the X factor, if you like, what we had before. Mm-hmm. But that's just personal.
Yeah. So I gave it a 4.
Yeah, like I said, I think I gave it quite a bit of a lower because I think this was missing something, and that wasn't bad on their point. It was just our experience elsewhere, so I went a bit lower, 3.5.
Okay. Theming. So it looks really good. It looks really authentic. It looks like you walk in and I don't know, what is it called? The Irish pub near us? Is it O'Malley's?
Yeah, something like that.
It looks like something like that. An Irish pub anywhere you get in the world, kind of.
Yeah.
It looks like that.
It looks like an Irish pub.
Yeah. Everything was Irish.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we did most of this in customer service. Right, this is where my main gripe is. So I can deal with not liking the food, but when you Google Raglan Road, or if you look up the, you know, the little advertisements they do on YouTube and stuff like that, they advertise, sit and watch our Irish dancing or listen to our Irish singing.
Yes, they do. And to be fair, it just was one of the reasons when we was picking our restaurants why we picked it.
We picked this over other restaurants because of the entertainment and the dancing, and I've never seen live Irish dancing before, and I was really excited to. You actually can only see the Irish dancing if you're in the 4 or 5 tables that are right in front of it. We were off to the side, so we could hear everything. We could see nothing. So at that point, it's just noise because you can't see what's going on. Yeah,
it was a shame because, like I said, we booked it, and I like the Irish music, I like the Irish dancing and that. We booked it to see a show as well. And like Emma said, if you're not sat in them particular tables, then you're not going to.
And most of the tables are not in front of the stage.
No, it was a shame. It is a shame. And by the time we finished our meal, they stopped dancing. So it wasn't like we could have a meal and then go to a bar and watch it because they stopped. It was a shame. So yeah, it was a bit disappointing. That I must admit, it's a shame.
It's just a little bit of I don't want to say miscommunication because it wasn't, maybe false advertising.
I don't think it's false.
To suggest that you're going to see it and then to have so many tables that can't see it. Because otherwise we could have said, oh, actually, we'll wait for a table, we'd like to see it. But we didn't know
not once did anyone say, are you okay not seeing the stage or whatever.
Nobody even mentioned the dancing.
But I suppose we didn't even say, can we see a show, can we see a dancing, I suppose.
We didn't realise until we were sat, and then it's a bit late, isn't it?
So, you know, it did feel like we sat in a bit of a corner, out of the way of it, and like you say, there was a lot of background noise, and it's hard to have a conversation when there's so much background noise going on because we're quite away from each other as well.
We're on quite a wide table.
Yeah, so with all that, it could have been so good, but because it felt like we just was out of the way of a bit and we couldn't really hear what's going on. I just think could have been better.
Yeah,
it was a shame.
Yeah, so I gave theming a 3.
Okay, well I went slightly higher because if they compare it to a Dublin pub, it's right. It is noisy. It is busy. Everything theming wise exactly how it feels. So they've done that really well. So I went 4.
Okay. Value for money is next up. So I didn't really like my food, so I didn't get to see any dancing.
Yeah.
So I just don't. For me, it wasn't really value for money. I do think, actually, and I did say, even though I didn't like my fish and chips, there are really mixed reviews online. So obviously some people have had a good experience of the fish and chips. So I think if you get a good experience of the food, and I do think it's reasonably priced.
I think it's reasonable priced. Yeah, I think my beef was really nice. So, it was cheap. It was what, $24-ish.
£24, so $29.
Okay, £24, yeah. Was not bad for beef and that. So yeah, value for money, it was okay. However, it would have been better if we seen a show. So you're not getting.
I wouldn't have minded if there was no show.
Yeah.
If they don't advertise that they've got a show, and then it's just there, or if it's, you know, they just put a bit of Irish music on. I wouldn't have minded any of that. Just would rather one or the other, seeing the dancing or not the noise. I think that's what I mean.
I think you get a little bit of background noise anyway with the music, but it was very, very noisy, and that was a bit of a problem, wasn't it? Yeah. So yeah, I went for 3.5.
I did just have a couple more points.
Did you?
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to point out that it's 1 table service credit. I'm not sure that those prices equate to 1 table service credit, really. I don't think it's a particularly bad choice. I just think there are better value for money choices.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, it might be on us. I mean, lunchtime might have been better when it's less people. You know, a different time, different table, all these variables could have made it a bit different either way. So, you know, I think it could be value if you get everything right that we didn't.
Yeah. So I gave it a 3.
Okay, well, like I said, I gave 3.5.
Yeah. So now it is, would we return?
Okay, I would give it another go because I think you got to give things a second chance. Yeah, my food was really nice. I didn't mind it at all, and give it another go maybe at lunch or say you know, it's quieter. So yeah, I would give it another go.
I don't think I would. I just think even if the food was good, the food at the fish and chip takeaway thing was the same fish and chips, isn't it, or better, and I could go and take that and sit and watch some street music or street performers, or I know that the Rose and Crown is based on an English pub, but it's really similar menus. Like they do fish and chips, they do bangers and mash,
they do
braised beef, so I would rather go there for a table service credit. So our overall scores, mine is clearly lower than John, and mine is 3.5.
Okay, I got my put. Mine's 4 out of 5. What is not the best, but it's certainly not the worst I've ever had. So yeah, I mean, I'm not as negative as I was and Emma because my food was better than yours, so of course it would be. So yeah, it's it's what it is. Give it a go, but have the right expectations on it. I think it's going to be noisy. Know it's going to be noisy when you're there. It is what you know what you think it's going to be. So just make sure you know that before you book it.
Yeah. So let us know if you've been to Raglan Road and if you enjoyed it, because I know it gets really mixed reviews.
Yeah.
I did just check on TripAdvisor, and actually its overall score is pretty good on Trip. Yeah. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye.